What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis once again answering the questions that you asked me. Um, Make sure you hit me up on the ChazzEllisProject.com. Be a part of some of the discussions that we're having. Also, if you want to get a consultation to get some more information, some specific information on your situation, hit me up on the ChazzEllisProject.com. If you want a quick question because you've been trying to get through another methods that haven't been able to, hit me up on the ChazzEllisProject.com. You can do that also. If you want to make a donation to help keep us going, appreciate that too. Once again, ChazzEllisProject.com. Anyway, the question that I had was from a young lady. She said, why is it that men take women for granted? It's a good question. The reason why men generally take women for granted is because they can. They can. It's why people take anybody for granted. Because they can. A lot of times women are being taken for granted because they're afraid to go to be alone, or they're afraid to start over again, or they're afraid to try again. And they putting up with a person that they really ain't happy with either. You know, that person is acting like they could take them or leave them, and they treat them any kind of way. But the girl is afraid to leave really because she just doesn't want to start over. And when you're afraid to start over, then you are granted. You see what I'm saying? Someone's taking you for what you are, which is granted. It's granted that you're going to stick around because you don't want to start over. You fear trying again. You fear starting over. You fear being alone. If that's the case, then you are granted. That's what they're taking you for. You're not going anywhere, and they know it. So that's often why people do that. And I mean, they got their own reasons for why they may want to do what they want to, but the reason why they're doing it to you specifically is because they can, because that opportunity is there for them. You have to change that. You have to be willing to, because here's what happens a lot of times. You break up with the person, right? Because they're taking you for granted. You finally do break up, whatever. Then you go out into the world. You're lonely. You don't really want to do the work that it takes to help you become a better catch and find somebody who's going to treat you better. And eventually you go right back to that person, which only tells them that whatever they thought of you before, you're really even less than that. I know that's harsh, but I'm keeping it real to you and letting you understand how that person is going to be thinking about you. When you sit there and say, I want this, I want that, I want the other, and then you go out there in the world and you ain't what you thought it was going to be, you didn't make any improvements on yourself to have a better situation, so eventually you got to come back to the same crap you just left. How you think they're going to treat you? They know they can get away with stuff now. Before they may have thought they could treat you like crap and get away with it. Now they know. They know you just going to leave for a while and bring your butt right back. So you got to be willing to do the work, and you got to be willing to start over again. Don't be afraid to start over again. And I'll tell you like this, man. I don't know if you've ever done this, but if you work at a job that you really don't need to work at, you know, and you could get another job anytime, you're like, man, I'm good. I really don't even need to be here. I'm just trying to get some extra money. I don't even need this job. And if I want to leave tomorrow, bye. I got other stuff out there. You can act any kind of way you want to at that job, and they just let you get away with it. The boss don't say nothing to you half the time. You come in late, somebody else come in late. He cussed them out, don't say nothing to you. You just walk right past them like, what? Because your attitude is like a person that can get something else. You don't care. You ain't tripping off of that. But have you ever just really needed a job? You was struggling your butt off and you really didn't think you could find anything else at that time? Man, they treat you like crap. They be talking junk to you. You know what I mean? Slick giving you all the worst jobs, worst assignments and stuff like that. Like, hey, you know, you need to go clean up the floor over there. You're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I work in administration. Man, you better go mop that floor right now. Some bullshit. I hate this job. That's what happens. Because they don't feel like, they just don't feel like they need you, and they don't feel like, or they don't feel like you're going to go anywhere, so they can treat you with disrespect. So don't trap yourself in a situation because you're afraid to start over. Because then people will take you for granted because you are granted. It's granted that you're going to keep coming back. But when you start acting like you don't need that situation and you build yourself up to where you don't have to be there, you're there because you want to be there. You're there because they're reciprocating your love and you need that. but you ain't there because you just can't find nothing else. Because why should they be grateful because you're there because you can't find nothing else? I mean, you know, if you can find somebody better and you would leave, then they should take you for granted. Why should they treat you so good? You know, just the same thing for guys or girls, man. If you with somebody because you can't do any better, you can't expect that person to treat you like you could do better. So, you know, that's basically what I'll say. They do that because they can get away with it. And if you want them to stop, don't let them get away with it anymore. And make sure that you go out there and find somebody else or do your own thing. Don't be afraid to leave. Because if it ain't working out and you don't feel like you're being treated right, you gotta chuck a person to deuces, man. Period. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, Chazz Ellis. Make sure you hit me up on the ChazzEllisProject.com. Also, Ask Chazz Ellis on Facebook. And check me out on Twitter or Ask Chazz Ellis on Twitter. I've been on Twitter lately. I've been tweeting. I don't know what that was. But anyway, it's your man, Chazz Ellis. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with somebody else. Peace.